Hi, welcome everyone. Welcome to Skylight Gaming. This video is for Sky from the Poker Forge, where I'm gonna be making footage in real time, and I'm gonna be focusing on river calls. So this is not gonna be continuous footage. I am gonna edit it at the end. But the reason I'm recording it in real time is because I don't want to analyze my thought process after the hand. I want to tell you exactly what I'm thinking in the hand so that, this is what I'm actually thinking in the hand when I'm making the decision and not knowing what my opponent has. It's always easier to analyze something when you know or figure you may know what your opponent has, but I want to give you the actual real time thought process that I go through, not knowing what my opponent has exactly. And I want to focus this video on river calls where I feel like there's actually a better chance that I'm actually behind, but the reason I may end up either calling or folding is more to do with the math behind the game, more to do with pot odds and math and reading my opponent and basically making a read based on an estimation of where I feel I'm at in the hand and what percentage I'm likely behind. So if I'm behind, let's say 35-40%, and I only need to win the hand, like let's say 20% of the time to be profitable, I'm still going to make the call. And this is the type of advanced play that I want to focus on, where I feel like is the EV play here saying that I only have to be ahead like 20% of the time to make it profitable. And if that's the case, if I feel like I'm 35% behind in my gut, I'll still make the call. And that's the whole focus of this session. So I know this is heavily read dependent, but I'm the type of player that likes to read my opponents and observes the table. So I am gonna categorize my opponents based on animals. Um, if you're not familiar with the animals I choose, I have a separate video on that where I explain the different categorization of players that I choose in this game. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to make it one table. I'm not going to make it multi-table, just one table. And I'm just going to edit the footage at the end so that we're only going to be focusing on the river calls. So, yeah, let's get started. I am going to be playing slightly higher stakes. I'm not going to be playing micro. I'm going to be playing low stakes. And this is good. I like this type of pod where it's like $1 here. This is good. I'm gonna play here. Okay, these are good opponents. I could feel that already. This is gonna be a good table. So I'm gonna buy in for 25. And we're gonna get started. All right, here's a situation where I feel like I should go all in. So let's do it. Okay. I got lucky because I hit the ace. Hmm. Against a bear, I'm folding. The reason I fold that is not because of my hand, it's because of my opponent. Not worth playing a hand like that against a bear. Definitely folding. I could have. Okay, this is the hand I want to record, so I'm going to call this. I have ace king here, so I think I'm good, but I'm against a bear, so I'm going to play this very cautiously. I got to be very careful because this guy loves to raise when he's probably ahead. I'm going to play... this is tough. I am going to call this. And here I'm probably going to fold. See what happens. This is definitely one I'm really thinking in real time here. This is... I don't like this. God. I'm more leaning towards folding because I think he probably... I think he has two pair here. This is one where I'm actually going to fold it. He could have trips or two pairs, so we'll never know. The reason I fold that is it's because of my opponent. I wasn't 100% sure if I was ahead. And he's the type of player that likes to raise big when he has a hand. I mean, he could be a little bit crazy. I don't know. Maybe I was ahead. But it was a situation where this is one I want to review because I don't know the math behind it. And I decided to fold. It's tricky, right? I could have been beat, but I decided to fold that. I mean, I could have been ahead, but I wasn't sure. So that's one I'm definitely going to record and would like to analyze later and figure out whether folding was probably the best decision there because it was hard to put him on a range in the moment. I was putting him on ace queen, two pair, because there was an ace and a queen out there, and he went all in. And he's a very tight player that is willing to bet big. And then the flush came on the river too, because there was a spade on the river that came. This is an opponent that you really don't want to mess around with because when they play a hand, they're willing to basically go all in with it when they play a hand, but they play very few hands. I think most people would have called there with ace king, but I had a feeling I was behind. I'm not in position. I'm in early position, so loves to 3-bet. I will call. If I hit a set, I could win a big pot here. Beautiful. I'm going to check this. Let him bet. Okay, I am going to bet. I'm going to overbet the pot. $8. Now I'm going to bet. I'm going to overbet the pot. $20. Okay, this is one I... Shit. Damn it. Man, I should have shoved. Damn it. This is one I'm definitely recording. I think it's a fold. I should have shoved on the turn. You may have already had a flush, though. That just sucks. I don't have a full house, so I can't call him. I am recording this. I think this is the right decision. Shit. Do I go all in here? What are my pot odds? Shit. Fuck. 44. Can't have the ace high flush. I mean, I'm gonna call. I don't know. Damn. Okay, I got it. Okay, I'm recording that. I don't know if that was the right call. I don't know. I took a chance. I took a chance, and it paid off. I don't know. It was risky. Like, did I have the right odds to call that? I already had the flush, but he had the nut flush draw. So he was willing to gamble all in, and I already had the flush made. So what do I do in that spot? Do I call or do I fold? I figure I should call. But I don't know. Like, do I have the right... Like, is that the right decision there? Like, do I have the right... I didn't feel I had the... I don't know. Like, I was ahead, but... Anyway. I'm going to defend. Because I'm out of position, so... I'm going to check. I could bet there. Okay, well... I'm going to check. I'm going to trap him on the river. I'm going to min-raise here. I didn't want him to outdraw me, and okay, I am gonna 3-bet. Let's say make it 380. I think that's a good 3-bet. I still want him to call. I don't want him to fold, so it's a value 3-bet that I'm doing right now, and he's out of position, so I don't mind because I'm in good position right now. I'm right next to the dealer button. Maybe he'll 4-bet. We'll see. He's gonna fold. Okay, this is great. But he could have a pocket pair. This is a mouse. He's a good player. I am just gonna call this. I am not gonna raise. He could have an overpair. Okay, this is tricky. He could have an overpair. But I feel like I have the right outs to call this, so I'm going to call this. I'm in position here. He's all in. I have the right odds to call this, but I feel like he has an overpair. I'm going to call simply because I have the right odds, but I feel like I'm beat. Okay. I called because of the math there. I felt that I was beat, but I called simply because of the math. And I felt that I had the right odds to call that. So I'm going to review that hand later and send it to Sky, and we're going to analyze whether I truly had the right odds to call it. I am not going to raise here. I am just going to call this because I'm out of position. So I don't want to play a massive pot out of position here. I am just going to call it because if I were on the button, I would raise, but I am going to call it because I'm out of position. Now, he could have 2-pair. I have to be very careful because that could hit 2-pair. So I'm just going to call him. I'm going to be very careful here because he could have 2-pair. I have to be careful. Should I raise this? I don't want to play a big pot. I really don't. Okay, that's a good card for me. So I'm going to value bet this on the river. I am going to value bet. I am going to bet 1430. No, that's a bit high. 1310. 1310. I think that's a good bet. It's 1/3 the pot. And I don't think he has 2-pair. Nine, 10, jack. I wasn't expecting him to go all in. I can't calculate the odds here. I'm going to fold. I felt that if he had a hand there, he would have just called it. He would not have gone all in. The fact that he went all in showed me that he trapped me. And I made a note on him before that he likes to trap. So I felt that was a risk where I value bet there. That was a risk. But when he shoved all in, I felt that I was beat. I really didn't have a lot of time to decide. I just folded it. I felt that I was beat there. He likes to trap. I made a note on him, right? That he likes to trap. So, and he saw me going all in before when I did call, so maybe he figured I would call him. His check threw me off. It was definitely a trap, you know. He knew that I would value bet, and he took advantage. So I decided to fold there. Because I wasn't sure if he had 2-pair. When he checked it, I figured I was ahead. When he went all in, I realized it was a trap. He's a good player. I am gonna fold. I folded because I was not in a good position.